Have you ever wished, just for a second, that you could turn it all off? To be someone unshakable? Someone who doesn't bleed when they are cut by criticism, rejection, or betrayal? I'm talking about that dream where you finally stop feeling that silent gnawing ache in your chest, that anguish that eats you up inside, even while you're smiling at dinner parties, pretending to be fine, pretending to be strong. Maybe you are tired of the performance, tired of maintaining an image of perfection when in reality, all you want is to rest. You want to set down the heavy shield of being untouchable. But let me tell you something that your friends, your family, and society have been too afraid to tell you. As long as you try to avoid pain, pain will own you. As long as you try to numb yourself to survive, you will remain a hostage to the words that hurt you, a hostage to the people who disappoint you, a hostage to the silence that screams inside your head at 3 a.m. This isn't weakness, it's the human condition, but there is a way out. Carl Jung, one of the fathers of depth psychology, gave us the map when he said, "We are not what happens to us, we are what we choose to become." If you are here watching this, it's not an accident. You are tired of being a leaf blowing in the wind of other people's emotions. So let's stop the wind. Let's find out why you are suffering and how to finally be free. Let's start with a brutal truth. You believe that your pain comes from out there. You think it comes from the rude comment your boss made, the text message you didn't receive, or the betrayal you didn't see coming. But that is a lie. None of those things have the power to hurt you unless there is already a wound waiting for them inside. Think about it. If you have a cut on your hand and you touch salt, it burns, it screams. But if your skin is whole, you can plunge your hand into a bucket of salt and feel nothing but texture. What hurts you is not the action of the other person. It is what that action activates inside of you. It is the story you tell yourself about it. When someone ignores you, it hurts not because they are busy, but because it triggers an ancient dusty belief buried in your subconscious that whispers, "I am not important. I am abandonable." This is why you are exhausted. You are trying to control the world so that it never touches your open wounds. You are trying to be smart enough, pretty enough, successful enough, just so no one will pour salt on your cut. But control is an illusion. You cannot control the ocean. You cannot control other people. And as long as you believe your peace depends on their behavior, you will be a slave to their whims. Do you want to stop suffering? Then stop trying to protect yourself from suffering. Stop building walls. Walls don't keep the pain out, they keep the darkness in. Now, we need to go deeper. We need to talk about the invisible puppeteer pulling your strings. The biggest lie you've been sold is that you are the captain of your soul. You're not yet. Most of us are living on autopilot, reacting to scripts written when we were 5 years old. Jung famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Look at your life. The anger that explodes out of nowhere, the sudden sadness when you should be happy, the toxic relationships you keep attracting like a magnet. That isn't bad luck, that is your shadow. The shadow is everything you shoved into the basement of your mind because you thought it was bad. Your jealousy, your aggression, your neediness, you locked them away to be a good person. But buried emotions don't die. They are buried alive, and they are clawing at the floorboards. When you repress these parts of yourself, you project them onto the world. You hate in others what you cannot accept in yourself. You fear in others what you cannot face in yourself. You wonder why a simple comment destroys your day? It's because that comment bypassed your ego and hit a button in your shadow. You cannot change what you do not accept. Condemning yourself doesn't work. Hating your anxiety doesn't make it leave, it makes it scream louder. If you want to be unshakable, you have to stop running from the monster and turn around and shake its hand. So, what is the solution? How do we actually become this unshakable person? Most people think strength is becoming cold, indifferent. I don't give a fuck. But that is not strength. That is numbness. And numbness is just fear wearing a mask. True strength is integration. Jung called it individuation. It is the process of gathering all your broken, scattered pieces, the light and the dark, and becoming whole. Becoming untouchable doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you are no longer afraid to feel. Imagine this. You are standing in the center of your own being. You know your flaws. You have accepted your darkness. You know you can be selfish. You know you can be weak. You have forgiven yourself for being human. When you accept yourself fully, insults bounce off you. Why? Because you already know the truth. If someone calls you a name and you have already integrated that part of you, their words have no hook to latch onto. You stop reacting. You start choosing. You are no longer a puppet. You cut the strings. But this path requires a sacrifice. You have to sacrifice the persona, the fake mask you wear to please society. You have to risk being unliked to be real. You have to risk being lonely to be free. I know this sounds terrifying. We are taught that pain is a mistake, that if we are suffering, we are doing life wrong. But Jung saw it differently. He believed that neurosis, anxiety, and depression are often the soul trying to wake you up. Think of your pain as a messenger delivering a letter. You keep slamming the door in the messenger's face, so he knocks louder, and eventually he breaks the door down. What if, instead of hiding, you opened the door? What if you invited your anxiety in for coffee and asked, "What are you trying to show me? What part of me have I neglected?" It is in the friction of suffering that the diamond is formed. It is when your old life crumbles that your true life can begin. Don't waste your suffering. Use it. Let it burn away everything that isn't really you. We are coming to the end of this video, but the beginning of your real work. Remember this, the goal is not to be a stone. Stones crack. The goal is to be like water, fluid, deep, capable of crashing, but impossible to break. Emotional immunity comes from awareness. When you understand your triggers, they lose their power. When you accept your own darkness, no one can use it against you. The world will keep spinning. People will still say hurtful things. Betrayals may still happen, but you will be different. You will be the observer, not the victim. You will be the master of your own house. If this message found an echo inside you today, if you felt that click of recognition, then do not let this moment pass. Scroll down and type in the comments, "I choose awareness." Make that declaration to yourself. And if you want to continue this journey into the depths of the human mind, if you want to arm yourself with wisdom, make sure you subscribe to Thought Thrust. We are building a community of people who are waking up. Stop surviving. Start living. I'll see you in the next level.